Welcome to CEOs in Cars, a BC Business video series sponsored by the Dilawri Group of Companies and Audi Downtown Vancouver, in which we drive around in high-performance cars with British Columbia's equally high-performing CEOs. In this episode, BC Business writer Steve Burgess gets a lift from Cybele Negris, co-founder and president of Webnames.ca, the Vancouver-based domain name registration and strategy firm helping customers negotiate through an expanding landscape of domain extensions, numbering 1,000 plus, ranging from .com to .moscow. The company has seen some changes of its own lately, defying Vancouver tech tradition by moving from Gastown to new offices on Terminal Avenue on the city's east side. After picking up their ride, the smart size yet powerful 2015 Audi Q3 from Audi Downtown Vancouver, Cybele cruised Marine Drive in West Vancouver and discussed effective marketing strategy and described the core principles that have driven Webnames.ca to success.
Hi, Steve.
I understand you'll be my chauffeur today.
I am.
I'm a lucky man.
Nice to meet you.
Let's get rolling.
Great.
The traditional first question I have to ask is, what was your first car?
My first car. I learned on my dad's car, which was a 1977 Ford Granada.
My first car was a 75 Ford Granada.
Really?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I love that car.
Oh, yeah. I like
His name was Charlie.
Charlie, okay. Mine, I'm not sure mine had a name. So now, Webnames.ca, as I understand, it was founded in 1896. Is that correct?
1896.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys were ahead of the game.
Oh, yeah. Really old. Around June of 2000, when we built our first website, and we were about 3 to 4 people at the time. We had hired a student to help with customer support and things like that. And the first website we launched actually crashed the first day because we had so much demand. And we very quickly grew from 4 people to about 30 people in 4 months.
Wow.
Everybody thought we were a bit crazy to be launching a business on the internet at the time, but it went really well. There was a lot of pent-up demand for .ca because back in the old days, you couldn't really register your name .ca. You had to get your name .vancouver.bc.ca unless you were federally incorporated.
How do you feel the tech sector is doing in Vancouver? Is it healthy? Is it sustainable?
Yeah, I think the tech sector is quite healthy.
Right.
And companies like Hootsuite, for example, doing very well, consistently growing. And once you get a few of those big ones within a community, that starts to spawn other businesses. Mm-hmm. And there's the intrapreneurship that happens. So the entrepreneurial spirit starts to grow within a certain organization, and then people go out and start their own businesses. And we've had that happen. We've had some of our own staff who've been inspired and gone out and started their own businesses, and quite successfully.
Is there a disadvantage at this early stage in being an early adopter and being in .club or .coffee or whatever because people won't know to look for it?
I think over time there's going to be more adoption. Right now, the early adopters are grabbing all the good names.
Right.
And that's what happens. There's a whole industry of people who sit there and think about good names to register and then resell them later. And they're called domainers.
Right.
And there are a number of people who made a lot of money. It's a massive industry.
There's the fool who jumped on steveburgess.com and he's now begging for coins by the side of the road. It's not necessarily fatal to have the wrong name, but it really is putting a roadblock in your path, isn't it, if you choose the wrong name? I mean, what do you think goes into a good name?
Easy to remember, as you say, easy to spell. The good thing, on the good side, the search engines, and in particular Google, have become so good at getting you to the right place that when you type in the wrong spelling, at the very top you'll say, "Did you mean?"
Right.
So it's less of an issue than it used to be, where a lot of people were still typing in their a domain name into the browser bar.
It was a pleasure being driven, and yes, we're back safe and sound. And,
that was fun.
It was
Thank
fun.
you. See, those of us on the internet, we have powers that you would not believe.
all those conspiracy theories, all
It's
true.
all true.
All
All
true.
true.